Good morning and welcome to Moopsy in the Morning for February the 20th, 2024. And good morning to Joshua, who's here in chat. Or at least says he's in chat. Probably because I wasn't there yet. Good morning, Joshua.
Good morning.
How are you?
I've been hiding.
Yeah, I've been hiding on Pavo here, running an experiment. Can you AFK Pavo in a private queue? Yes, you can.
Can you?
Yeah. You have to take out the first round of the platforms, the 5 consoles. Do the 5 consoles and that's it. And then it's got 2 time gates after that. So yeah, you totally can do that. I didn't know. I thought I had in the past, but I couldn't remember how I did it. And then somebody yesterday reminded me that you can do it, so I thought I'd give it a try this morning on my alt account. And yep, you absolutely can do it. Not that we would ever AFK things. I strictly did it for informational purposes only. I would never do it for real, of course, because that's not how we play the game.
And if you just started doing that, we would come to your house and explain to you in unknown certain terms for why you should not do it.
Exactly.
And I think that's the way you'd want it.
Absolutely. Let me get over onto these tunes here, get back onto my main account here, since I was practicing on my alt account.
Oh, I may re-roll that Volf round battle zone.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I did not do any of my endeavors yesterday. I haven't done Operation Riposte.
Disruptors in space and healing ground.
Oh, not bad. Healing ground's easy. Chris, I always experiment to see if something's AFKable, because if I'm doing the 20-hour cooldown, that means I've got to figure a way to do it at that weird 2 a.m. one without having to actually wake up at 2 a.m., because then I'm not going back to sleep. So, Pavo Ground and Pavo Space. Pavo Space, obviously you want to do this in private. You never want to AFK in a pug unless everybody's agreed to it, or even in a team unless everybody agreed to it. But in private. So log in to private queue, go to either of the Pavos. If you do Pavo Space, take out that first round of ships at beta. That's it. As soon as the satellites appear, you're just into 2 time gates. If you're on the ground, go to, it'll put you down there, take out the 5 consoles and put up the crystals. As soon as they do the explodey thing, which is like 20 seconds at most, then it's in 2 countdowns, and that's it. Now, alternately, let's say you've got time on your hands and you don't want to do AFK. You're a person who's very moral and you don't feel AFKing is acceptable. Run the mission to the end. Don't take the marks, log out of the account, or log out of the tune. And then the next time you log into that tune, it'll automatically count for your dailies. So that means if you've got a lot of accounts, you could go in and do it one time on all of the accounts, as long as you know you're not going to go in and do it. Or you're not going to go in before the 20-hour cooldown. So I'm going to apologize in advance. The schedule for the next 2 weeks is probably going to be a little odd because I'm psyching myself up really badly and going a little nuts trying to get ready for moving. And I'm overthinking, so I've been up since about 2 this morning going, but then I have to do this, and then I have to do that, and blah, 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 blah. So, not going the way it should be going.
So the Dartmouth Consortium chilled is not exactly happening right now.
No, it is not. Yeah, I have 2 Xanax left from when I got a prescription over a year ago. And I'm saving them because I suspect I'm going to need them sometime in the next 3 weeks. No, Chris, it's not useful with single account users, but the AFK is useful with your single account users because you can plug it in and let it run. Yeah, so actually everything's in really good shape. I'm just waiting for all of this to happen. That's the worst thing, is just the waiting. Yeah, and of course then it was 14 degrees last weekend, so I couldn't start putting things in the garage, as I get things boxed up, and if I put them in the garage, then it looks like, or I feel like I'm accomplishing stuff. And right now, it's so cold I can't do that. However, it was 14 on Sunday, tomorrow, it's 27 now, and if I read it right, tomorrow it's supposed to be 61 degrees. In fact, we don't have a day under 30 for the next 2 weeks, which is perfect. Watch, it'll be 20 degrees on the day I have to move. But according to this, oh, not us, the storm that's coming up is going to miss us and go hit the northeast. I don't care about them. The heck with them.
Well, I still need to do my daily. The other.
And so do I, actually.
Oh,
I saved my dailies for both of them for today, for right now.
I'm just logging into my Lexington because I need to do disruptors for 500,000, and I'm just setting it up to do that.
Apparently my mailbox is full. Give me a second here.
Your mailbox is always full.
Hang on a second. Let me let cancel reply.
Yeah, we're trying to get it out.
All right, now it's not so full. I've had so much junk in my mailbox lately. Okay, there we go. Let's see, I have kinetic damage in space and plasma damage on the ground. So
we could probably do that pretty easily.
yeah, let me see if I've got anything kinetic up here. I've got one torp. Let me switch out for another torp.
Trifluoride.
I don't see the trifluoride here. Have I not accepted it? It's a reclaim, isn't it?
You'd go to the event rewards.
Yep.
Rich, if that's you who's flying around me, very nice simulator. Get out of here with it.
It says I've got it. Have I already equipped it? It's probably on a ship already.
Chris has got a simulator.
Of course Chris has a simulator. He's had one for a while. There's my maelstrom. Okay. Alrighty, I've got a torp on there.
Why such a big ship?
Chris says, shut it or I'll wake up my nanites.
Dude, I am the Borg King of this universe. So you are my pawn. Now get out of here, Chris. I infected your processes, so you are now disconnected from the Borg hive mind.
Alright, I have got enough kinetic up there. I only need to do 150,000. It's a long event. What are we doing, folks? Do you want to start with Pavo, or do you want to start with... what's the other one going on here? Guillotine / Wolf 359. I need to do both.
I've already done Wolf 359. I've already done Wolf 359. I was doing that while you were doing your intro.
I was finishing up Pavo with mine. Chris, do you have a preference? Chris, I need to do both, Chris. How about if we do Pavo first? Space Pavo?
Yep. Wee woo?
Wee woo?
I'm in the Lexington today with the Valkyrie fighters as my secondary pets.
I'm in the Jamam Haron, which is whatever it is, legendary dreadnought of some sort.
It's the legendary Odyssey.
It's in dire need
of an update. I know.
Yep.
We're gonna
hey,
work on
but
that.
I finished project number 1 last night with 3,024 omegas of each kind, which is enough to make 112 omegas.
Do you want me to tell you something? If I use my Defiant in this match, because it's that powerful, I can actually lag out the match.
Thanks. Chris, do you not have shields on? Are we doing some hull damage here?
He's close.
Oh, okay.
Okay, now I have a meowing... Oh yeah, I was able to break out of... One thing about the spawn point, you can break out of it from this location.
It's so fast anyway, I don't care.
I went to Gamma.
I'll go up to Alpha then. I will activate satellites, but being a handy-dandy little engineer, I won't actually make them do anything.
Unfortunately, I'm trying to attain a few things. I need 6 duty officers for 2 different other tunes. But unfortunately, they're expensive.
What isn't?
A Docker Comms. Because what I'm planning on doing is making 3 tanks over 3 different tunes. I've already got 1 of them. I need to build 2 more.
I'm trying to keep my tank on this tune because it's. I don't
But
know. I may
the
make a
reason-
tank for each tune eventually.
It's not the fact that I don't want that. What I want is I want to have the tank on any character, so I can do it on any tune at that point.
Well, I've got-
Those 3.
I want a tank on my Fed, which I've got, and I want to get a tank on my KDF, and that should be sufficient. Are we all good on these?
Yep.
Okay.
I'll go where needed because I'm the
Well-
extra person here.
This one's pretty straightforward.
Picking up multiple enemy signals on sensors.
So why don't you see what's going on down at Gamma, because those are people we don't know.
Why are people following me with all the Valkyries? People are just following me today, right? I see how it is.
I see that we've still got dilithium drops going on.
This is the KDF recruiting her.
Oh, I thought it was related to the lithium weekend. Well, I'll
Nope.
definitely enjoy the dilithium drops for a while. Am I getting any kinetic damage? Oh, there we go. Every now and then the damage counters just lag, and it's like, did I forget to put stuff on? And there's my 150,000.
The second phase, I'll go to beta.
Okay.
I've tried this every day so far. I've not had a clean run of this.
Define clean run.
Where I've had nobody follow me to beta.
Well, next time we do it, let's see if we can get a full team of 5, and then we'll just stay the heck away from you.
I know my Defiant is powerful enough to solo itself.
Speaking,
what I mean?
speaking of soloing, have you two seen, has everybody seen the Boimler Chases DPS, Star Trek Online style? The
Wait, what? Boimler?
Chases DPS Star Trek Online style. I will send you the link. I will send you both the link.
Please do.
It's lovely. Somebody did some Star Trek Online mashup with Boimler. As soon as we're done here, I will grab the link. I don't know who sent it to me. Maybe it was DT. And I've been trying to share it. It's a nice piece of work. I know I sent it to Id.
How is it anyway? I haven't seen him.
I think it was on yesterday morning, or we talked on Sunday. I can't remember. I think it was on yesterday morning. Seemed to be in good shape, tired. He's been unwell, and of course that always wears on you.
I will be able to get my 500,000 in this
Oh,
first
heck
phase.
yeah. Can't imagine he couldn't.
Especially with the power of my weapons.
Actually, I'm going to stop here for 1 second. Let me get over to Itland. There we go. I believe that's the link right there.
And that's my endeavor point for the day.
Excellent. Excellent. I did not do any dailies yesterday, no endeavors. I wanted to get the Omegas done, so I didn't have to deal with it.
Put it this way, 3 endeavor points over 4 days.
Nice. That would be about as much as you can get. I have not done what's the new one? Operation Riposte, but I think we'll probably catch that one tonight.
Luckily, I got a pretty good team. With 2 massive ships dealing the damage. I was in my Norway on one of my old tunes.
See?
So
Good ship.
and actually, it worked very well, the Norway.
Yeah, it's a good ship.
Seems I've worked out what ships I'm buying over this course of this next year. How'd that sound? Should I say the plan?
I am so disconnected at the moment with everything.
So I'm buying the 12th anniversary to get the sad
12th
trait,
anniversary is excellent.
to get the superior area denial. Okay. Once I've done that, then I'll buy the legendary battle cruiser bundle for the inquiry and the weapon cycle trait. And once I finish the end of the year, that's when I will pick up the other ships that I need. Like the Neandra battle cruiser, the Neandra ambassador support cruiser, and yonder.
Dante is complaining there's stuff in my mailbox and he can't mail me things. Yeah, there's a little bit of stuff in my mailbox.
So I'll do beta.
I'm repairing this satellite here. It's an Ed! Hi, Ed!
How goes it?
It goes okay.
I'm gonna put Max.
How are you doing? Did you get any rest the other night?
I did.
Good. Glad to hear that.
Chris, if you're listening, can you upgrade all mine to science or tech?
He's working on it.
Yeah. Science is good because it actually gives you a tractor beam, which holds the dreadnoughts in place. So it's actually better than tactical. Because it actually has phases on. And
we engineers, we just stay the heck away. Oop, I'll get that back one. Or, sorry, Alana. Elena's getting it.
I've got 4 powder shields at the moment. Should I go to the Defiant? I like the match.
You know, jumping in the middle of a mission is always, in my opinion, a bad idea because if it screws up, you got a problem. Unless you've got the full minute to fix things.
Okay, I've done it.
So how's life down there in the Great South?
Bit cold.
How cold is cold?
Not as bad as it was a couple months ago, but
No.
it's enough that it causes the bones to ache.
Yeah. Well, it's going to be in the 60s here if you want to come up and help me move furniture. You can come up, get warm, move furniture. You'll stay warm.
Currently 53, will be around 78 at the high.
Okay. Yeah, it's 27 at the moment, but it's supposed to hit 40 today, 60 tomorrow. Which is warm for the season here. Last year was bitterly cold in comparison. So I'm not going to complain too much. I've only been here for 3 winters, because last winter I was zipping back and forth to Chicago. But mostly in Chicago, and that was bad. For every reason you can imagine, that was bad. So just before you joined us, I was sharing the Boimler DPS video with everyone.
I would do some power to this, but my Defiant loadout bugged.
Yep. This is why I don't change.
But I don't normally have this issue, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I don't. This bug usually doesn't affect me, but
Generator beta is at 75%.
I'll get it back on track here in a minute. Yes, got it back.
we'd
Okay,
come
power
help you,
time.
but we know how you feel about that.
Time to get some DPS in this joint.
Chris, I'm going for the dreadnought, since I can't maneuver for beans.
Okay, I'm back on top. That's the last time they're taking damage. And that's an order.
Kinda glad the anniversary event is pretty much over. Tomorrow's the last day, right?
In theory, unless they don't extend it.
I don't see a reason they'd extend it. The servers didn't go down or anything. They normally only extend things when the servers go down. Hey! How are you, Yari? Yeah, everything's okay. How are you doing?
Remember when I said I was not going to allow them to take any more damage to this place?
Yeah? You lied?
That's exactly what's happened. It was just a matter of me getting the Defiant back up and running. Which is a good thing that I can do that.
Sorry, I'm chit-chatting rather than shooting things. My bad.
Shield generator alpha is at 75%.
So today I'm setting up the internet at the new house, which is not as good as the internet here, but should be good enough.
Who's over? It's the person from the other place.
Did it! They're leaving!
There we go.
We're pretty consistent on the 75%.
Well done.
Yeah, that's true. Probably would
In
have
the
been
end?
better if I wasn't chit-chatting all the time.
No. Then it makes it boring.
Let's see. We'll go take that one. Okay, so that one's out of the way, but I still have to do Wolf 359 and or Guillotine. Believe it or not, Yari, I've never had a Defiant that I can remember. I don't think I've ever flown a Defiant. I've got one.
You have the legendary.
Yeah,
Mhm.
if you got the 10th anniversary, yeah.
Yeah, I've got one. I don't think I've ever opened it to play with it, though.
Shrayon is really good.
We'll put it in the list of things to do in a month. Let's see. So we're on the what is it? The 20th. So I get the house on the 1st. I move on the 9th. I get out of here on the 16th. So about a month from now, I should be able to start working on Life 2.0 officially. This has kind of been Life 1.5 for the past year.
So when the 2.0 comes in, expect all hell to break loose.
All depends on if I decide to retire and do Star Trek Online for the rest of my life. Future Mom will care for it. There you go. Yes, Future Mom. I like that.
Well, if you don't mind, I'm going to leave team because I don't need to do Wolf 359.
No worries. Leave the team. Chris, would you
I'm gonna
prefer? for Wolf 359 or Guillotine. And does anybody else want to join us? Yari, do you want to join us for a little something? Either Wolf or Guillotine?
Just kind of hanging back today.
No worries.
And what I do is do the mirror, the Jupiter Station mission on Elite, and I automatically assign my crew a spot on Jupiter Station, and then I just go in on Elite.
Okay, do we want Guillotine or Wolf 359? Guillotine for Chris. Fine with me. Let me just switch out one thing here. We'll go back to that one. What do you mean inventory full? Inventory full, my butt.
Hey there.
Hello, hello. Hi, how are you?
Fine.
You
Do
sound...
you need a fat character to start it, or...?
Oh, no, I can start it up. I was just checking out a few things. Always getting stuff popping in and out. Let's see, you said... Guillotine?
No problem for me.
Okie dokie. Let's go over here. Guillotine it is, and we are queued up. So how are you doing? I haven't talked to you in so long.
A lot of time, yes.
Yes.
I'm kinda okay, no problem.
Okay.
It hit me really hard, but...
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes. But we try to be happy about the time we had with him.
Yeah. Wee woo.
You.
Yeah, it's one reason I haven't... Oh, sorry. I'm getting all emotional here.
Yep.
It's one reason I haven't changed my intro video, because I've got all my footage with him.
Yes.
But I will redo it and make sure it's got something dedicated to him. Give me 1 sec. Alright, he would not appreciate me being all emotional. Except to yell at things or people.
I think we all understand.
Okay, that was easy. You know when you do something ridiculously easy,
Oh yeah.
and then you go into the mirror, the Jupiter Station mission on Elite. You assign your bridge officers to stay in one position.
Oh, so you can go off and play?
Yeah. Right? You send them to Elite, and guess what? Take your ground shields off. Most effective way to heal on ground.
The most effective way to heal on ground for...
Yeah.
I think.
Because Mirror Borg, or the Borg that you get, hit for so hard. You have to use like 3 different cooldowns just to heal yourself.
Don't really have a problem with ground damage.
Yeah. That's if you don't want to go to Nakara or New Romulus.
Oh, for ground damage?
Yeah.
I always...
That's a healing ground, by the way.
You can go to Momulus, to Copali Prime, or Dyson Ground, or something like that. Make a lot of Dill and Marks, and
Yep.
also get your healing done.
I like
That-
New Romulus
because
for the combination of Dill and healing.
It's New Momulus.
New Momulus. Thank you so much. Yes. Dante actually painted a map of New Momulus, which I have to put up in the new house. So it'll be
You Momulus?
New
Wait,
Romulus.
what?
Yes. Okay. I love New Romulus to the extent that it's become New Momulus.
Yes.
Whoa. I don't know who did that. Oh, there it is. So an assimilator logo popped up, but the assimilator didn't, and it exploded before it even popped up. And I'm thinking somebody's having a good day here. Probably you. Probably you.
So somebody's having a really good time if they're
Yes.
blowing up simulators.
Oh, simulators are fun to blow up.
You know, I was helping one of my friends.
I got 3.
You know, as you do, right? You help people.
Yes, you do.
Well, put it this way, I was helping one of my good friends in another Discord do some bulk TFOs. I took him into normal mode infected, normal mode hive onslaught, and he said they're the quickest infected and stuff like that he's ever done.
I actually went into an infected with a pug that I wasn't prepared for not too long ago. I got basically no damage. Somebody just went in and wiped the map. It's like, okay, well, it's easy way to get a...
Infected run?
As long as I get credit for it and don't get an AFK penalty because somebody else decided to be a smarty pants.
Yeah. Let's be honest. There
Nobody
is many
we know
things.
would ever do that.
Ed?
No, it wouldn't do it. It's polite.
I know there's definitely a couple of people I know
Well,
who could
I know quite a few people who can do it.
Frost.
Augie, Sav.
Well, Augie is the exception to the rule.
I understand Pirate Scum got a 1.2...
Million.
Yeah. On a recent run.
Yeah. But the ISE map currently
It's a little borked.
is not very stable at the moment with the lag issue.
Yeah. I think the lag issue will disappear a little bit now that the anniversary event is wrapping. Oh, well, thank you. Put in a simulator in front of me.
So, if I'm buying those 2 bundles at the end, at some point throughout the year, that means I can buy the Prime Universe Gagarin
Yes, excellent ship.
for the traits. But also, it would replace the Mirror Universe Gagarin in the Gagarin spot.
Yeah, the Mirror Universe Gagarin just, in my opinion, isn't up there with the regular Gagarin. Or is that just my imagination, or does anybody else have the same feeling about it?
The regular Gagarin is a very old ship.
It is.
The trait is extremely good, but
Yep.
it lacks in some... I don't like how it moves.
Really, that's actually one thing I really like about it, is it moves nicely. But then again, I tend to fly a lot of tanks in the Gagarin in comparison to a tank. Moves.
You know what you should fly? The Bran Command Dreadnought.
Dreadnoughts, they're
I'm more about the flying ship parts and not dynamic parking.
dynamic parking, did you say?
Well, don't give us another thing to
Okay.
give to Dartmoor Consortium after the stream.
I'm going to have to steal that phrase, dynamic parking.
Well, after 74 years of parking yourself into Star Trek Online,
It
you
hasn't
probably know where
been
to park
74 years of Star Trek Online. It's only been 14 years on Star Trek Online. And only, 60-some in Star Trek? Has it even been 60 years of Star Trek? When did
No, don't think so.
67 was when it started, so that's 57 years of Star Trek, right?
3 years.
So,
I think-
done.
I think we're gonna get a feature
September
length
8th of
movie.
66.
No, I think it's gonna
You
happen.
think it was 66?
That's what the first episode aired September 8th of 66.
Okay, so it's been 58 years in September.
So, I think we're going to see a feature-length movie. This could be a 2-hour movie where they show the best bits of every series they've made to date.
Oh, they have those so many times. The nice thing is there won't be a single scene from Discovery in it. Ooh.
Every series.
Yeah, you said the best
Prodigy-
moments.
Do you want to fly some other things?
Yes.
TFOs or-
Absolutely, we can fly some more stuff. I've got about 20 minutes before I have to head out to work. And my boss is out in Chattanooga or something like that today, so I can get me a coffee out. No, okay, so I work for 5 people. 2 of whom I answer to directly, 2 of whom own the company, and the other one I work with. But the 2 people I answer to are of the opinion that you need to stop and get a coffee on the way in? No problem. Okay. No, seriously. And, it's Friday, it's 1 o'clock, my boss will walk by and go, "What you doing?" I said, "Filing." And he goes, "Go home." With pay? With pay. All right. So, I love that boss. He's amazing.
And then you got the other one that's a bit meh.
The one I work with is primarily an engineer, so there's a lot of days he drifts in at 4 in the morning and leaves at 1, or comes in at 9 and leaves at 5, or whatever. Because he'll just email me if we need anything. Speaking of, let me just check that. And today is not one of those days. Yay. Okay.
Who would like to do any of the Starbase ones elite?
I'm fine with that. Let me invite you back into the team here.
No problem.
That means even the Resistance is shooter one.
Yeah, that's fine.
No problem.
Depends if you can find me in your friends list.
Took me a moment, but I found you. Chris says, "Oh no, Baran's such a wimp of a ship." I think I have a Baran. I think somebody gave me one.
There's a few ships that I'd love to own, but I just could not face buying them.
Like?
The Seneca Command Carrier.
Weeboo?
That's one I
Ooh.
also not got yet, but I think I will get it just for PvP.
Wait, what?
Yeah, the console is very helpful.
Ah,
We don't talk
The
about
ship
PvP.
itself is utter bullshit, but the console is really cool.
which console does it have? Do you remember?
It makes a bubble in space where you can trap enemies.
Oh, Space Flaily Bubble.
Yep.
Who do we have as the poor soul who joined us? We have Archangel 8400 has joined us.
On a Klingon.
I'm on the Klingon.
Oh. Sadness.
I see
Why?
Mom, I see Chris.
We have somebody named Desmond with us.
Okay. Desmond is a random.
Yes.
Absolutely give him an AFK penalty.
I don't think so, looking at what he's edition.
I think it's really hard to get an AFK penalty in this.
Sending him a
I
greeting
think
since he's
it's possible, but here, no, pretty hard. Hard to
Unless
miss.
you absolutely do a million DPS.
The map's so
first
big, it's
phase.
really hard to do an AFK penalty.
Yes.
Is it?
There are so many enemies, if you don't shoot them, that's, you have to fly away to get a penalty.
Yeah. And since you can't AFK this one anymore, oh, you can, sorta. But is it? You have to come back for the last sequence.
Not worth the time.
No. Though I will say, if I'm kind of in bad shape for something, I can put it on my computer at work. I have my laptop at work along with my desktop, and run the game on AFKs on the side if I ever get that desperate. Since it's not connected to the company system, they don't care.
Yep.
As long as I don't use their internet.
You're very lucky to get such a workplace environment.
I am very lucky. There are days I
You
would
would
like...
never get that in Germany.
No.
If you are not working for the government.
Everyone in our company works really hard. We don't get the best pay, but we don't get terrible pay either.
But they do give you perks.
They do give you, but they give you the weird perks. Like last year, my husband was sick, and I told him I had to quit so I could go home and take care of him. And they're like, no. We'll figure it out. You can work remotely for a year. We'll figure it out.
Kinda cool.
Yeah. And they've done things like that for other people. We have 2 people with sick family members, and they're like, oh, you need to go home and take them to the hospital or to the doctor for tests or whatever. Yep, you just go do that. Don't worry about it. They hire at my company. Actually, yeah, we're always looking for more people, but we need to get a new project. The thing is, Chris, right now, we have 2 of our guys they were in Belgium until Sunday, and then they went to Germany on Sunday. And they both worked 88 hours last week to get the project done.
No time for waffles.
No. Well, I used to be over in Belgium and in Aachen a lot. And my boss was always, take the weekends to go do the touristy things. And they would pay...
Right.
Yeah, they covered your food and your transportation, but if you're going to stay on after the business end was done, they didn't cover your flight back home if you stayed... Or, sorry, your flight in town, or for your training, anything like that.
Yep.
But your flights there and back, they covered them. They were very good. I like that company, too. Then my boss got a little too full of himself and started firing people. And his boss said, "Excuse me," and fired him. Which I thought was funny.
That was the end of
That's
him.
normally the dynamic. I was in Aachen too for
Oh, were you?
surgeries.
Oh,
Had a knee problem
Ooh.
and was there for about 7 weeks each time.
really? Wow.
Yep.
Oh, I loved going over there. And at one point I was going over about every 6 weeks. So,
That'd be interesting to see.
yeah, well, leave Chicago on Sunday afternoon. I always flew London because if the flights got messed up, I could always just grab the train. And then go to Brussels, and 1 hour train ride from Brussels over.
Yep.
Yeah.
Not that way.
Yeah. My boss has to go there and didn't want to do the London thing, so he wound up catching a flight through Budapest.
Whoa.
Like, it seriously goes, it was cheaper.
Oh,
Could be, but it's like 14 hours and it's 10 hours through London.
why go through Hungary?
I have no idea. He said it was the cheapest flight he could get for business class.
Well,
I looked, it was only like $4,000 on British Air, which is where I tend to fly.
I love where this character's at the moment with his DPS level.
Where are you at for DPS? This tune is 100 if I'm lucky.
yep. Kind of the same on my side.
It has enough firepower, but it's nothing remarkable. Well, we are doing just fine on this group. Let's get this one out of here. Up, commercial starting.
What commercial?
Well, you don't have a commercial, but there's one showing. Hey, Chris, yeah, we'd take contracts any place.
I bought a contract to move Dortmund Consortium.
Yeah, if you guys will pay me, I'll go any place. As long as I've got internet and can take the doggos.
Oh, the doggos will be pampered in a doggy daycare.
They're not real social doggos.
Oh, come on.
Oh, believe me, they're not.
Oh, Chris could just take him over for a week.
That's
for
true.
you.
That's true. Chris's boyfriend could take him because I'm sure he's like one of those awesome people with doggos.
No, just
So most of the people who come into my house get barked at by my dogs, and it takes them a couple of days. My cousin took 2 days, and he's got tons of dogs. And by day 2, Fifi was just lying in his lap going, "Love me. Love me." But the funniest thing was last year when I was cleaning everything out of the house, and we had my son's play set from when he was a kid still in the backyard, and it's all wood, nicely built, really solidly built, and it needed to be torn out with chainsaws and stuff like that. And of course, I could do it, but it would take me weeks. So I called up my friends from my martial arts classes. They said, "Yeah, we'll come up and we'll take care of it. Buy us lunch and we're good." And I warned them about the dogs, and they just walked into the yard, completely ignoring the dogs who were going, "But," and no, none of my martial arts instructors would pay any attention to them at all. They were just standing there going, but we're scary. Be afraid of us."
they tried it, but they never won.
Completely failed. It was so funny. Grandmaster walked in and just completely ignored the big dog, and the big dog's like, but I'm just scared of one here.
You meant to love us. You must fear us.
Yeah.
No.
So I mentioned it to him the other day that the dogs had completely been put aside by him, and he goes, "I didn't even realize you had dogs."
The biggest insult.
So getting back to you, Chris, yeah, we have contracts all over the world. Our guy spent like 4 months in New Zealand putting together a system. We did 3 weeks in Belgium just before the holidays, and we had to make sure that we got that part done early because one of the guys who was there, his wife was 8 months pregnant and was doing the, "If you're not home when this baby is born, I'm going to kill you and then I'll divorce you."
I'm surprised that's a whole different story for another day.
So, done.
I think we could do the other one.
We do.
Um,
We got time for it. Let's get off this map here. This is true, Chris, but she would make it as painful. Maybe get him really close to being killed and then divorce him. It was their third child together, and the thought of taking care of 2 little kids and a newborn all at once.
oh
But-
boy.
Yeah, so he had a 30-day, what do you call it, paternity leave?
Yeah.
Stayed at home and then immediately had to go back to Belgium and then to Germany. Okay, Resistance of Starbase 1 good for everybody?
Yep.
Did I hear a no there?
I said no problem.
Oh, no problem. Okay. Whew.
I was about to say, if you said no, then you're coming with us anyway.
So
Look at some.
this last trip to Belgium where they're putting in 80-hour weeks, it's because they don't want to stay for 3 weeks. They want to get it done.
Wee!
Wee woo.
Hey, boo.
And then off to Germany for this week and home, I think, on Thursday. And then I hope they take a week off. Hey, I've seen this map before. Let's see, who is the third person? And we have Aaron at 8171 is the person who's joining us.
And he's in the Hiawatha.
What's the Hiawatha?
I
Yep.
think that's-
Oh, that one. That's an interesting ship.
That's Discovery Season 3. You see that in Discovery Season 3.
looks odd.
It is a little chunky. Let's see, I watched Discovery Season 2 on light speed. Hitting fast forward every time they got into one of their really too long dialogue bits. Writing dialogue's an art form.
Okay, shields are down.
Just to make it more fun?
How about you go shieldless?
I'm not going shieldless. Actually, this ship could do it. That's the interesting thing. I've gone into Hive Onslaught Elite with this ship and forgotten to put the shields back up from something. And it just takes so much damage before it gets killed.
Yeah.
My bigger concern here is on Elite, making sure that none of the probes or the spheres blow up too close to the ships. As they like to do.
Hmm.
Because that's a fail criteria. I think we were doing Pavo, and the fail criteria, the optional that you have to do is 10 dreadnoughts, but we didn't know that. So we got all the way through the very end and then discovered we failed because we hadn't killed enough dreadnoughts.
Whoopsie.
Yep.
Yeah, that is one. Because I had to contact one of my other friends called Endeavor
Yeah, we know Endeavor.
to get that, to get the optional. But if you kill them too quickly, here's the kicker: they don't count.
Well, you have to kill them in the last sequence, correct?
Yup.
And they only spawn at X rate. So you shouldn't
Yup.
be able to kill them too fast. That's
So you can't just burn through them like they're piece of butter.
Well, anytime you kill stuff too quick in this, it does tend to bug on you. Chris, I
The
promise.
problem in the Pavo.
We're using the torpedo console from Lexington.
Come on, there we go.
Definitely a good console.
There's a break in the incoming warp signatures. We'll have a short amount of time before more Borg arrive.
Oh no, more Borg. Whatever shall we do?
Evacuation ship is launching. Give them cover.
Send them back.
Long-range sensors show larger vessels incoming.
Okay, first one's done. Yay. Oh,
An evacuation ship is launching. Give them cover.
Kinda like Fired Will.
this turn
Fly in
radius is going
circles
to
and
kill
wait
me.
that everything dies.
Did they fix... No, I was going to say, they didn't fix the dialogue. Okay.
On this map, they don't actually say it.
It's popping up here on the sides.
I know it is. But at least it's not saying it, unlike the other one.
Oh, yes.
How much is the lotto prize money?
It was... That's a good question. I'm not sure. It was either 330... There's two that are running. One is 330 million. The other one is 458 million. If you take it as cash, figure only half of that is the money that you get. If you take it as an annuity over 40 years, you get about 70% after taxes. So the thing is, we can do a GoFundMe to try and raise the money to buy Cryptic. Or whatever it is now. Deca, cryptic, whatever. But I need to figure out how to... I mean, I know how to do it. It's just I need to figure out how to let people know that if we can't successfully buy it, we will refund as much of their investment as possible.
Could be plain up and simple with her.
Well, there's a percentage that goes to GoFundMe no matter what. Okay, that's 3, one more. But we're also going to need to incorporate and do a few other things if we're going to do it, and I need to talk to my chief legal officer. One of our owners is also a lawyer. To get in touch with a good corporate lawyer to get everything set up, and that's not cheap. But I'd say if we can raise $1 million, we can start doing it successfully. Oh, okay, I take it back. We do actually have 1 million raised. Or 900,000 actually. Let's see if I can blow this up before it takes out the Roosevelt. All right.
For you, it's very early in the morning.
Oh no, it's 7 a.m.
Okay.
I'm on the East Coast time frame. I actually get up at 4 in the morning almost every day. So I've been awake for hours. Dogs have been out for a walk. We've had coffee, made breakfast, made lunch. Pretty easy day. Tomorrow's the rough one. Tomorrow's class day, which means I don't get home till 11 at night.
Oh,
I go to a class that's 160 miles away. Each way.
no fun.
Actually, it's a lot of fun. That's the problem. If it wasn't fun, I wouldn't do it.
But way
Oh, it's so far
to
away.
get there.
It
Not
is.
that-
Half of it is country roads, which is fine going out there at night. Coming home is a little dangerous. And the rest is expressways and highways of just boring cornfields.
Broke.
Yeah. So it's taken me about 2 months to get the exact schedule down and exactly what to eat and when to eat it and what to drink and when to drink it. To make sure I've got just enough caffeine to get home safely, but not so much that I'm awake till 3 in the morning because I've been drinking caffeine.
Yep. Without caffeine, it's not easy.
It's, yeah. I've had not the last 2 trips. 2 out of the last 3 trips I've been within 10 miles of home and realized that I'm falling asleep at the wheel. Which is not a good thing.
No, it's not.
This last trip was almost perfect. Leave the studio, get a strong coffee, something with protein and not too many carbs. That gets me about 100 miles away from home. Stop and get a second coffee, but a small one. Not a big one.
Oh,
No sugar, no carbs, nothing else to eat.
why no sugar? Sugar is
The sugar,
pure energy.
it is pure energy, but it's got to last 1 hour. Sugar will last about 30 minutes, and when you crash, you crash. And I don't want that to go into a
Okay.
literal crash. I've discovered if I do sugar while I'm driving home, by the time I get home, I'm angry and tired. So protein works better.
Okay.
But my emergency go-to is, of all things, potato chips. They work better than sugar.
When I eat potato chips, I get sleepy.
Well, it's because it's so much carb in it.
Yep. Salt.
Oh, salt. Sorry, salt's my weakness. At the office, they can put candy in the candy jars. There's a candy jar next to me. I've never had one after the first one. Put the pretzels next to me, and I have a problem.
Oh,
Yay! We succeeded! Yay!
That ought to hold them off for now.
yep.
Was it worth it? Definitely.
Always. That's always fun. All right, I need to go to work at 7 o'clock, and even though my boss isn't there and I do want to get a coffee, I can't be crazy late. So I'm going to get out of here. Tonight, if anybody is joining me, we will do Operation Riposte tonight, and anything else that people want to do. Yari, so lovely to hear your voice.
Nice to meet you.
I will talk with you all later. Have a great day. I'm going to go have myself a good cry and then go to work. So take care, everyone.
Thank you.
Take care.